what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So before I forget, I want to give a disclaimer. I am not a physician. I don't work in the medical field whatsoever. I am someone that is healing from an invisible illness, a chronic illness. I was diagnosed with PPPD and vestibular migraine. And what I'm about to talk to you guys about is what my current protocol and status is in the beginning stages. And so I've never done it this way before. I usually wait and I let you guys know how something went later, if it worked or if it didn't. But I kind of felt like I wanted to share my current protocol going forward, let you guys know how things are going right from the start. And then, you know, it's a progression. We'll see how things go. I'm feeling very hopeful though. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I have if I look down a lot, it's because I have all of my stuff down here by my feet. So I'm just gonna get into it and try to give you guys as much information as I can and try to remember certain things. So, well, okay. After I got diagnosed with vestibular migraine, we're switching some things up and trying some different things. And so this was suggested to me by my doctor, and it's a mixture of supplements and medication. And so I'm going to share with you everything that I am taking, and then I'm going to let you know how it's going so far. Okay, for the last few weeks, I'll say this first. I had to come off Lexapro, so I've been completely off Lexapro for a couple of weeks now. That went totally fine. I wasn't on a very large dose at all, so it wasn't an issue. And then when I did that, I started my supplements. I wanted to get my body used to the supplements first before jumping in with the medication. I didn't want it all at once because just in case my tummy was feeling weird, I just wanted to know what was affecting me if there was a negative response. Okay, so anyways, first of all, I am taking B2. That was suggested to me, and 200 milligrams I'm currently taking of this. Now, dosing wise, my doctor did give me a specific dosage, but this is just what I'm on today. So B2 in the morning. I also in the morning take raw CoQ10, 200 milligram. I believe the doctor suggested 300 milligram to me, but this came in 200, and I was like, I'll just take the 200, and this is a good start for me. Like I said, I'm just kind of, you know, introducing my body to these supplements. I also I'm supposed to be taking D3. This one I have is D3 10,000 plus K. Well, I recently had blood work and I'm actually on the upper half now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a different vitamin D, and so I can stay consistent, because obviously I don't need this high of dose anymore, which is awesome that my vitamin D has gone up and I'm in the range, but I want to keep it there. So I'm going to be ordering something that is about half of this dose, so about 5,000 units is what I'm aiming for, just to keep me consistent and keep that good, in the good level. I also in the morning am taking iron. This one specifically was suggested to me from my friend, and I'm actually going to show you the bottle of this one. It's from Thorne, because I'm not going to be able to pronounce the kind of iron it actually is. Okay, and I take one of these a day, and because the thing is with iron, I guess it can upset stomachs, and there's just a lot to it. And my friend told me this one is known for being gentle on your stomach, and honestly it has. Like, I have not noticed any issues with the upset stomach or any other problems that you may have with digestion issues. And I take it in conjunction with some vitamin C. And so I decided to go with like a chewable capsule for this one, because I can swallow pills, but like after swallowing about 4 pills, I'm like, my throat, it's a me problem, okay? So I decided to get something chewable for the vitamin C. This is the one that I'm supposed to take 2 days before my cycle starts. It's vitamin E, and I got 400 units of this. Since the very beginning, I've always said everything gets way worse before my cycle. And he's like, the doctor's like, yeah, that's very common for vestibular migraine. And I've never heard of a doctor saying take vitamin E before your cycle. So I take it 2 days before, and then he said take it for a week as that's going on. I wasn't able to give this a go yet, so I have not yet tried this, but I'm very curious. And by the time that time rolls around, all my other medications and stuff I'll be good. So by the time I take this, I should have, you know, a good idea if it makes me feel a little icky or not, but I'm hoping not. It's vitamin E. I put vitamin E on my body, but never taken it in a capsule form. So this is also a daytime, but like I said, only for a week out of the month. So quick recap of my morning things. B2, the CoQ10, vitamin D, my iron, but I forgot to mention in here, and I apologize, I have an iron deficiency and extremely low ferritin levels. So I have to be on an iron supplement. I'll have to put something in when I edit this video so everyone doesn't mistake this. Like, I have to have iron, which could have been why I was feeling like crap lately, even worse, because if you're iron deficient, just that alone can make you feel really crummy. And then with the iron, I take a vitamin C because it helps it absorb and all of that good stuff. And then one time a month for a week, I take the vitamin E. Now for the evening things, and there's only 2. So the other thing is magnesium. I have taken these in the past. I love these. They taste good. They're gummies. You can also get it in a powder form, excuse me. But I find I just keep these on my nightstand. I take the recommended amount and they settle well in my stomach. And yeah, I just really enjoy these. They're like raspberry lemon flavor gummies from Calm. And this was also suggested to me from my doctor. So the magnesium was, the vitamin E, the B2, the CoQ10, and the vitamin D. And then also my prescription, I am taking, my address and everything is on here, so I won't show you the front. Nortriptyline 10 milligrams in a capsule form. So this I've been taking it about 8 o'clock at night, and now I just started this Sunday night. So I've taken it Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, so 3 days so far. And I have some things to say about this, but it's more good than bad, okay? I just want to mention one last thing before I forget. And then also, my address is on the other side of this, so I'll just show you. I got some of these, and this is, how do I pronounce this? I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. So I will just, I'll put it up here on the screen. It's specifically for migraines. So I'm supposed to take this within an hour of a migraine to kind of nip it in the butt. And I've only like tried this once so far, and I have to say I found that it works. Number one, it works. But number two, the 5 milligram tablet is way too strong for me. Way too strong. I didn't like how it made me feel. It made my muscles feel really heavy and weak. like on an extreme level. And I was like, oh, I don't really like this feeling. So next time I will just cut this in half and take half of it, and it should be perfect. So I'm not scared to take it again. It's just, that was my first experience with it. Like I said, it did do what it said it claims to do, but I definitely experienced this, one of the side effects of just feeling kind of limpless. It was a strange feeling, but it was okay. Like, I got through it, but I definitely, like I said, I definitely realized I gotta, for my body personally, I'm just gonna take half of it. Now I wanna talk a little bit about the Nortriptyline. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of bummed right out of the gate that it wasn't in a pill form, because I am the queen of cutting pills down as small as possible to avoid any side effects that I don't want. Well, this is in a pill, in a capsule, excuse me, and so I had to just take it. And the first night I prayed, per usual, before I take anything, and I was like, I'm not gonna fear this, you know, because a lot of us have a fear attached to taking medication, because we're already like hypersensitive to so many things and already have so many things going on. The last thing we need is more, but yet we put our hope in something that it's gonna work. So like I said, I prayed and I was feeling hopeful, and I took it about 8 o'clock at night, and it did exactly what I was hoping for. It actually did make me a little sleepy. It did not increase anxiety for me personally. It didn't make me feel weird. I just fell asleep. Like, before I know it, I was like asleep. So it just relaxed me. And then in the morning, I felt a little weird. It's so hard to explain how you feel sometimes. I noticed that, for one, my light sensitivity was actually kind of worse, like kind of blurry-ish vision, but that is a side effect to this medication. But it just kind of caught me off guard because it was different than what I normally deal with, my visual component of things. And so that alone made me a little anxious. But I have to say, this has not increased my anxiety, but it has been pretty consistent the last few days. So in the evening, definitely relaxes me, helps me fall asleep, which is great. In the morning, I'm actually not feeling that groggy, because I know that can be a thing for some people, but I was told take it, 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed, and then in the morning, hopefully you won't be as groggy. But like I said, I noticed that visually things were kind of wonky, mainly in the morning time, and then in the afternoon I've kind of been falling asleep, not just randomly when I'm out and about, it's not like that, but if I'm just relaxing or taking a break. The last 2 days my husband caught me sleeping, and he wakes me up, he's like, because he knows I don't want to take naps, because I want to keep my sleep cycle pretty consistent in the evening. So obviously it's making me a little drowsy, but from what I heard is this is very, very common with these types of medication. And so I'm not stopping it. I'm just so thankful it's not increasing anxiety. Something, like I said, some things are a little bit off, but to me, the worst side effect to me is adding increased anxiety when we already deal with so much, that as long as I don't have that, I can adapt and learn to deal with certain side effects for a time. Obviously, if they're not getting better over time, maybe this isn't the right one for me, but I'm feeling hopeful that these will subside, because on my bottle it does, or maybe he said it to me in my doctor's note, but eventually I'm supposed to get up to 2 capsules a day, which would be 20 milligram. But he did tell me, he's like, just kind of feel it out. Hopefully the side effects will subside, kind of sit on that for a little bit, kind of wait things out. And then when I feel comfortable, I can try bumping it up to the 20 milligram. And it was so awesome because he kind of put it in my plate, and said, whenever you're ready. So I think that's about it. Honestly, I've never done a video like this, but I want you to hear this last bit, okay? So don't click out yet. Here's the thing, I see so much of this online that I just want to address it. Everybody's body and symptoms are different, and I've talked about this in other videos. The way I respond to certain things isn't going to be the same way someone else does. It's just the way our body chemistry and different things in our brain responds to things. It, you know, it is what it is. So if you don't have a good reaction to nortriptyline, that stinks, but don't give up hope of trying something else, you know? And even like if your stomach gets upset with one of these supplements, you know, I just wanted to share that I actually feel like I found a group of things that are agreeing with me. Like nothing's way out there and nothing is like a big red flag like, oh gosh, I can't take that. Like this is not good. This combination is actually really good for me, and I feel like I'm off to a good start. But keep in mind, I just started the nortriptyline. The supplements I've been on for a few weeks now. Everything is going good and I'm feeling hopeful. And like I said, I've never shared this type of video in such detail before, but I am getting a ton of questions of what I'm taking with my new diagnosis, and this way I can steer people to this video so they can kind of check it out for themselves. So this is the plan for now. I don't have any plans on changing anything. I do have a recheck with my doctor at the beginning of July to see how things are going, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling hopeful. And yeah, so like I said, if you know, you're working with your specific doctors and things too, and if you notice things aren't working or you would like to try something else, I want to suggest that you talk to your doctor, because I am not a doctor. This is just what I'm trying at the moment, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about it. So I love you guys. If this video is helpful, as always, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and if you've never seen me before, you can also find me over on Instagram at newlifesparrow23. So I love you guys. Hope you all are doing well and are looking forward. And remember, you know, if something doesn't work out, keep trying, keep moving forward, because things will get better. Okay, done rambling. Love you guys. Bye.